Principal Ma'am. We are very grateful to our respected Principal Ma'am for sparing her precious time to address all of us. With your permission, ma'am, we would like to begin today's session. May we, ma'am?
Good morning, Amrita. Please go ahead.
Thank you, ma'am. Now I would like to invite Harleen to say a small prayer. Harleen, please unmute yourself, dear.
Good morning, Principal Ma'am, teachers, and my dear friends. Fold your hands and close your eyes. Let's pray together to Lord Almighty. Dear Lord, protect us from this coronavirus. We lift to you our concern for people who are more likely than others to become severely ill from COVID 19, the elderly and people with chronic health conditions. Protect us from harm and be our comfort in this time of uncertainty. May God give us some strength to fight against COVID 19. Pray for those who are unwell and concerned for loved ones in this pandemic. Amen.
Thank you, Harleen. Now, without taking much time, I would like to invite our worthy principal ma'am to speak all of us. Ma'am, please.
Good morning, my great students, my beloved students, my sweethearts. I often say that. Good morning to the wonderful teachers we have in our school, to Amrita ma'am, to Kiran ma'am, to all the other teachers who have joined us. और मेरी प्यार भरी सत श्री अकाल ते namaste to all the parents who have joined. It's a wonderful morning. At least I find it pretty sunny here at Jalandhar. And today we are here to talk about what's happening around and how we can fight it out and how we should, as students, keep on working hard. I understand that there are plenty of challenges in life, but I also understand the more we push ourselves, uh, we are uh, we're going to get empowered. If we are a little relaxed and if we're not worried much and if we are least concerned, maybe our performance would be affected. So what I expect and what I request all of you is that we should have the same spirit which we had last year, and we should work with the same enthusiasm which we had last year. All right. Pandemic has come, fine. It's not for us only in our school. It's for every student who's there in Phagwara. It is for every student who's there in India, and for that reason, every student who's there around the world. And in the last century also, there was some pandemic, and but then everything moves on. Everything passes away. But it's the uncertainty of this pandemic which is most troublesome to all of us. See, we really don't know when this is going to over. This is one question which everybody wants an answer, including me myself, but we don't have the answer. All right. In such cases, what can we do? All we can do is to keep ourselves safe from pandemic. We should be wearing masks, we should be washing our hands, sanitizing our hands, we should be doing all those things. But then our morale and our spirit should be very, very high. Now, children, in your grade 11, you have taken either the humanities group. Earlier, we would say humanities stream and the vocational stream, but now there are choices. You can mix and match the subjects and take it. So no more streams now. But still, since we have opted for a group of subjects which are related to humanities or a group of subjects which are related to the vocational stream, and both group of children are there, you must have thought something about why you have taken these subjects. All right. So keeping this in mind, I was wondering, when you complete your grade 12, what are you going to do when you move to college? You have N number of things you can do. Maybe you thought that you'll go for a career in psychology or in psychiatry. You can go for graduation. Both the groups of children can go for that. And then, with all these things happening, so much of pressures and tensions, we really need counselors. I'm not talking about education counselor or admission counselors or something like that, but I'm talking about counselors who can guide you when appointed in school, which stream to take, what challenges you are facing, what pressures are there, how you can face it. So that is a beautiful career. All right. And of course, psychiatry is another subject, another career which you can go for. They're somehow related. Sometimes it's a combination of psychology and psychiatry. So after grade 12, I was wondering if which one are you going to opt for? When we do something in a life, there's something in the mind. If you have gone for humanities, fantastic, because you have IAS officers who take humanities specifically, right? People sitting for these competitive examinations are people who take these subjects as such. Political science, history, all these subjects are taken by them. Now, coming to the other subjects, you can always go for social sciences and become a social worker. One position which is always sought for. There are schools of social sciences which you can go, and you can go for community work after doing those graduation. And there are government appointments also. And nowadays, all multinational companies, they're taking up social responsibility. So there also they need people who are graduate and postgraduate when it comes to social sciences. You could always go for a Bachelor of Fine Arts. Maybe that's what you thought, and that's why most of you have taken fine arts. It's a beautiful subject where lots of creativity come in, where you can, it could be anything. It could be fine arts where you paint and draw. It could be visual arts now which includes poetry and sculpture and all those things. And it could be performing art where you actually perform. All right, the singing, the dancing, and everything comes over there. You could even go for design and animation, because so many of you have taken mass media and media also. So you can go for that. You can go for, if you want to change your stream, you can go for bachelors of law. Why am I talking all this is that now is the time to think and finalize what you would like to go for admission next year. So I thought I'll just talk it out a little bit with all of you. All right. And then journalism and mass communication is another field where you can go. And that's also fabulous with so much of news all around. You could be one trusted journalist who has some values and doesn't believe in fake news. You could be one of them. You could always go for bachelors of mass media, and you could go for bachelors of computer application, BCA. You could go for BCom also, even if you haven't taken commerce at 12th. Even then, I think there are options in some colleges where they can consider. Then bachelors of animation is another opportunity for all of you. And then, of course, graduation in any subject, say taking the history, political science combination, or any graduation could be there part of your this thing. And then you can go for a post-graduation, picking up a subject from your graduate level. So these were some of the careers I was wondering that you can go for. Now, for all these, you could always surf and find some more careers. I've just picked up the most common one and the most normal ones which I could recall. Now, not necessarily you'll find everything in Phagwara. Maybe you have to surf a little more and move out of a city to do these courses. But remember, it's your journey. Remember, it is your wisdom which is going to help you to select your path and your journey. All right. And once you do your graduation and post-graduation, visualize yourself to be there at the helm of affairs. You could be working in a multinational company, being an advisor to them when it comes to with your law degree. You could be, with your fine arts and all these subjects, you could be in one of the national fine arts museum or something like that. You could even go abroad and do your further studies. You could do so much. Visualize the best of the best facilities you have once you have done it. Why do I want you to visualize is that all this will happen after grade 12. And now in grade 12, you really have to work hard. To reach that particular pinnacle of glory, to reach to that success, to reach to that top of the ladder career, to have all the facilities in life, amenities in life, your own money, your own car, your own house, you need to work now. And in grade 12, being students, your first and the foremost and the only responsibility is to work very, very hard. Children, pandemic is there for everybody, right? Each one of us get upset. Each one of us get, demoralized. Each one of us have a mood low. I'm not feeling good. I'm very upset. सबके साथ सब कुछ हो रहा है. किसी के साथ ज्यादा अपसेट हो जाते हैं कुछ लोग कम होते हैं. So now one is we have to make sure that we boost our own morale and work hard. Your examination, yesterday we had the news from CBSE that your examinations would not be there in the month of January and your examination would not be there in the month of February. It would be there in month of March, and how, what, when, date sheet, they might share it in the month of January or so. All right, but our preparation should continue so that the moment they say another 10 days and you have examination, you're all set and right. We are not going to waste any time. We are going to work very, very hard. So now that your curriculum is over, so we should go for revision. Never say that बहुत time पढ़ा है पढ़ लेंगे. No, it doesn't work. We are not going to have pressures on us. We are going to work. We are going to continuously work. See how dedicated your teachers are. They finish their curriculum and now what are they doing? They are picking up a topic, revising that and having the competency-based multiple choice question. CBSE says no rote learning. And when no rote learning is there, your concepts need to be cleared. You can't by heart everything and write it down over there. You have to know the reasons why. You have to be using your critical thinking skills to write the answers. So that's what all teachers are trying to do, revise a lesson and then have a Microsoft Forms, multiple choice questions, a small little test. That's what we planned as such. In case one or teachers not having, they all would be having it. We would like that this particular month is used only for revision, and that is the multiple choice questions. Maybe in January we start with the short answer questions and then of course long answers. Our total revision should be done. Now we have time and lots of hand holding is being done in school during your virtual classes. But what is important is I cannot sit for your examination. Your teachers cannot sit for your examination. You have to sit for your examination. Now, since you have to sit for your examination, you have to prepare for your examination. And the examinations are not going to come easy. Easy paper aa jayenge, pandemic tha. No, boys and girls, it is not going to happen. You have to be prepared for the most difficult paper because the style of paper has changed. The sample papers which have come are pretty tough, and all your teachers were so worried and concerned that what are we going to do? It's such a higher level. So what are we going to do? We are going to prepare more. That's it. बच्चों आज बहुत दिल कर रहा था कि मैं आप लोगों से बात करूं. So I told my teachers, भी मैंने ना, I have to talk to all my children. I want to talk to the science group also. I want to talk to the commerce group also. And I want to talk to my favorites in my humanities and vocational group also. I am very lonely at home, right? Just as you are lonely in your houses. आप फिर भी बच्चों बाहर निकलते हैं. मना करने पे भी थोड़ा बहुत बाहर झांकते हैं. I've not gone out of my house for these 9 months as such. It's a long wait. It is virtual working, virtual meeting with the teachers, virtual working in the office, doing everything virtually. I also get upset. I also get, my mood is not that very good always. And so I thought, let me, get some energy from my children. Let us talk it out. What are we going to do when it comes to pandemic, COVID-19, and how are we going to fight it out was one thing which was there in my mind. All right. And I thought maybe, the social distancing is there, but they keep on saying it, but it's actually physical distance. Physical distance is that we don't, come close to each other. We have a safe distance so that this virus doesn't affect us. But social distancing is not required. We can talk to each other. See, today I'm talking to all of you. You could talk to your friends, but to enjoy your career after 5, 7 years, what is important is working hard now. You need to work hard to reach to that particular place which you visualize and which you dream. All right. And you're lucky to study in Kamala Nehru Public School because we are all set, all ready to support you in your learning and support you in your final examination. Children, you have so many teachers, all around the world. But this group of teachers which we have in our school, talk about Kiran ma'am, Amrita ma'am, Anjali ma'am, Balpreet, so any of these teachers who are teaching you, all right, all of them are very, very dedicated. Like mothers, we get angry at you. Like mothers, we love you a lot. Parents have to be firm many a times so that, we do it. We do what is expected from us. I always remember a case in my neighborhood, there was this girl when she grew up, all her teeth, they had a cavity and they were not all that white and all those things. So when she grows up, she fights with her mother. So, and why does she fight? She says, when I was small and I was having so many chocolates and I was not brushing my teeth, mother, why did you not give me a good slap and said, no, you're not going to have it? आपकी गलती है, मेरे दांत खराब है. Can you believe that? And the parents, as parents, sometimes what do we say? We say, सुन नहीं रहा, चलो ठीक है, करने दो जो कुछ करते. But if we are firm and if we really, really hold you tight, then I'm sure she would have had some nice, beautiful teeth. And this girl was conscious and she was very upset about it when she grew up. So today, if your teachers are firm, some of us, and if your parents are firm, some of us, then my dear boys and girls, don't get angry, don't get upset. We are your well wishers. आप हमारे बच्चे हो और बहुत प्यारे बच्चे हो. और प्यारे बच्चों के लिए कभी कभी हम फर्म होते हैं, ज्यादा तो होते ही नहीं है. कोविड में तो सब एक दूसरे के साथ मिलके चलते हैं. कोविड में वी लेंड आवर ईयर्स. हमने एक दूसरे की बात सुननी है. टुडे आई एम अपसेट, मैं सुबह से पढ़ रही हूँ, आई कुड नॉट कंप्लीट दिस पर्टिकुलर चैप्टर, मुझे समझ में नहीं आ रहा क्या हो रहा है, मेरा दिमाग इधर चला गया, आई कैन नॉट कॉन्सेंट्रेट. ऑल दिस हैपेंस. What is important is you need to talk with your friends. आप अपने फ्रेंड से बात करिए कि आई एम फेसिंग दिस चैलेंज. यू टॉक टू योर पेरेंट्स. अपने मम्मी पापा से बात करो कि मैं बहुत कोशिश कर रहा पर मेरे तो ना पढ़िया नहीं जा रहा, मैं की करा. You talk to your teacher during the well-being class. You don't want to talk in front of everybody. आप मैसेज करिए आपके टीचर्स would definitely help you. बेटे एक ही मंजिल है आपका अच्छा परफॉर्मेंस, और उस परफॉर्मेंस के लिए we are all there with you. Your parents are there with you. Each one of us just want this. But at the same time, we talk about self-regulation. ये एक 21st century skill है. For the coming days, all children who are going to study and one day pick up a job, all of them should have these 21st century skills. And what are these 21st century skills? I keep talking about them because we need to understand the importance. The 21st century skills are collaboration. मिलजुल के काम करना. And that's what we made you practice during the September examination when you had to make some group projects also, present them. And then it is skilled communication is another quality which is required, another skill which is required. And skill is something which you practice and you gain. Driving a car is a skill. Good handwriting is a skill. You practice, 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 and practice makes you perfect and you gain that skill. You upskill yourself. All right. And one such skill is self-regulation, 21st century. You should be responsible for your success and you should be responsible if you do not fare well or perform well. Why should me as a teacher and why should me as a parent keep telling you पढ़ लो, पास हो जाओगे, अच्छे नंबर आ जाएंगे? हम क्यों बोलें बेटा आपको? आप तो बड़े बच्चे हो, कोई सेकंड क्लास में, थर्ड क्लास में थोड़ी ना हो. You know what is good for you and what is bad for you. I'm just talking to all of you. I just love you very much. But I could be happily sitting at home and not talking to any one of you. But then this is my job. आप मेरा परिवार हो. आप स्कूल के बच्चे हो और आप मेरे बच्चे हो. Mother in school is talking to all of you. And had it been a regular session, हम लोग ATL में बैठ के बात कर रहे होते. You know, it's my job to give a pat on your back. It's my job along, when I say my, it's all the teachers joining me. It's our job to make sure that you really, really perform well. You as children may go a little left and a little right when you might forget your sense of responsibility and go a little easy at times. It's our job, perhaps. That's what we do in India. I would talk about self-regulation at one stage, and I would still say that, we mothers love to tell our children, do this, do that. We still do that. We should not be doing, but perhaps we don't want to take chances. We just want that you should be doing very, very well. All right. So during this pandemic, it's all the more important that we take care of each other. It is all the more important that we work together and we study together. Sometimes आप अकेले पढ़ने को जी नहीं करता, fine नहीं करता. You go for peer study. आप अपने एक दोस्त के साथ whosoever friend is yours there, आप divide कर लीजिए. I will teach chapter number 7, you teach me chapter number 8. फिर when you study chapter number 8 जो आपके friend ने already discuss किया, it will be so easy for you, so familiar for you. You can do study in groups also. There's no harm in doing it. When you feel you are lonely and all alone, fine. But there might be some of us who says कि पढ़ना तो मैंने अपनी मर्जी से है, अपने आप पढ़ना. Fine, they do that. So please, whatever suits you. आप late night पढ़ना चाहते हैं तो रात को देर तक पढ़िए. आप अर्ली उठना चाहते हैं, 3 बजे उठना चाहते हैं, 4 बजे उठ के फिर पढ़ना चाहते हैं, it is your choice. But you're very, very lucky. We didn't waste a single day. From 2nd of April, we started this remote learning. And for that, your teachers have worked very, very hard. See, you are very good at your digital and IT skills. हम लोग इतने अच्छे नहीं थे. The moment it was that, pandemic हो गया है और China में classes बंद हो गई, we started working hard. We taught each other. सब teachers IT skills नहीं थी, लेकिन for the entire school to go virtual. K-12 to go virtual, kindergarten से लेकर 12th virtual जाए, इसलिए we started teaching each other in the month of February. And 14th March was the last day when we called, आइए, you need to download Teams. This is the way we're going to do our learning. And then some mock classes where we would call you that this is the way we join. And ultimately we started from 2nd of April. आसान नहीं था, बहुत मुश्किल था हम सब के लिए. You are born in this age of internet and digitalization. At least me, I was born very, very early, much, much, much earlier. And the first time I saw a desktop was when I was working as a teacher. So you can just imagine what a difficult task for us, but anything and everything for you, my dear boys and girls, we did. And today we expect, and you were so good. You just picked it up so fast. And then we never knew how to go about this remote learning. पता ही नहीं था. We just had one period, and then we thought, and one period was so difficult because we had to prepare the presentation. Slowly and steadily, when teachers, all of us started picking up, and a pace become a little faster, we had 2 periods and then 3 periods. We told you to be very, very quiet initially, and then we said, oh, this is such a boring class, no interaction. And then we started having interaction, ki unmute yourself. All right. And then we went for this office hours because some children may not be very comfortable speaking, unmuting themselves and talking about what they have not understood. And then we went for office hours. I keep talking about this because this is the first time we have done all this. And then your mental health and well-being is so important. We started having the well-being class. All right. And we learned from our own experience how to move ahead. We really get upset when you just join the class and then you don't pay attention. आप join करते हैं क्लास को, फिर घूमने फिरने निकल जाते हैं और आपका लैपटॉप या आपका मोबाइल अपने आप पढ़ता रहता है. बच्चों प्लीज ये ना करो. We want you to do very well. अब रिविजन होगा. रिविजन में all the more necessary कि आप पढ़ाई करें. अब पढ़ना तो बहुत जरूरी है, उसके बगैर तो गुजारा नहीं है. All of us from grade 12 need to move to the college. And if we have to go to a college, हम सब ने पास होना है. हम सब ने मामूली पास नहीं होना है. हम सब ने बहुत अच्छे मार्क्स के साथ पास होना है. और वो बहुत अच्छे मार्क्स तब आएंगे जब हम बहुत मेहनत करेंगे. हमारे पास अब टाइम है. Teachers are doing so much of hand holding. और हम लोग आई एम श्योर वी आर गोइंग टू गो फॉर those written papers also in the month of January, February. Let's see how things are. At one stage, we say that COVID-19, a vaccination has been found. The President of United Nations ने television में सामने vaccination लिया है. Other countries also, in UK also, they've started the vaccination. But at the same time, there's a new strain of COVID-19. जो पहले सिम्टम से उससे हट के थोड़ा सा और बदल के COVID-19 फिर आ गया है. It is coming, it goes away when we are so relaxed, it's gone, it comes back again. This COVID is not to be taken lightly by any one of us. But we are lucky, हम ठीक हैं. Ask that family who's lost their loved ones or dear ones. कई परिवार ऐसे हैं जहाँ कोई ना कोई गुजर गया है. You know, those are the families who are very, very upset. उनके लिए ये जरूरी नहीं है कि स्कूल खुले या ना खुले, उनका अपना प्यारा बंदा कोई जा चुका है. और it is that precautions which we need to take. And if you say बच्चों को नहीं होता, मुझे नहीं होता, मैं स्ट्रॉन्ग, सबको हो जाता है. You know, कोविड किसी का ध्यान नहीं रखता, कास्ट, कलर, क्रीड, किसी का ध्यान नहीं, किसी को भी हो जाता है, बड़ा छोटा सबको हो जाता है. और एंड इफ वी आर केयरलेस, वो इतना इन्फेक्ट कर देता है कि थोड़ा जा सर्दी जुकाम हुआ, कुछ नहीं कुछ नहीं कुछ नहीं, वो बहुत ज्यादा घर कर जाता है. एंड देन इट्स सो डिफिकल्ट टू कम आउट ऑफ इट. I pray to Lord Almighty कि किसी को ना हो अपने परिवारों में, अपने स्कूल में, अपने बच्चों को, उनके पेरेंट्स को, ग्रैंड पेरेंट्स को, शहर में ना हो. पर ओनली दिस विल हैपन अगर हम प्रिकॉशंस लेंगे. और अगर हम प्रिकॉशंस नहीं लेंगे तो मुश्किल तो आएगी. तो होगा तो सही ना. So that is why we do not want you all to come to school. You should be in the safe environment of your house. और इसको you have to fight it out. At one stage, I talked so much about academic excellence. Second point is lots of safety precautions and your good health. For your good health, you need to eat healthy. आप अच्छा खाना खाइए. अच्छा खाना घर वाला खाना होता है. अच्छा खाना वो खाना होता है जो मम्मी कुक करती हैं. Please don't eat anything from outside. Please eat the food which is there in the house. Help your parents, help your mother to cook the food. मदद कीजिए. आपकी मदर भी आपसे उम्मीद रखती हैं. इन सम केसेस चिल्ड्रन आर वेरी स्ट्रॉन्ग. वो कहते हैं कोई बात नहीं, आ गया कोविड, नो प्रॉब्लम. एंड द पेरेंट्स आर वेरी वेरी सेंसिटिव. वो अपसेट हो जाते हैं. पता नहीं घर में कौन अपसेट है, कौन नॉर्मल है. सो ये वक्त को हमने ऐसे ही पास करना है, मिलजुल के पास करना है. बहुत सारी बीमारियां आई, उनके इलाज नहीं थे, और धीरे धीरे उनकी इलाज आए, उनका वैक्सीनेशन आया, और फिर उसके बाद वो सब हमारे लिए कुछ इंपॉर्टेंस नहीं रखती. आई एम सो श्योर दैट द सेम थिंग इज गोइंग टू हैपन विद कोविड ऑल्सो. पर जब तक वो पूरा क्लियरली बाहर नहीं निकल जाता, तब तक वी हैव टू टेक प्रिकॉशंस. इट कुड बी 2 months, it could be 6 months, it could be any number of months, it could be just 1 month. All right, लेकिन our you know, our spirits should be high. हमारे हौसले बुलंद होने चाहिए कि हमने उस कल का इंतजार करना है जब हम अपनी जिंदगी बगैर कोविड के जिएंगे. उस कल के लिए आज हम प्रिकॉशंस लेंगे. एंड डोंट टेक इट लाइटली. बड़े दिनों बाद मिले हैं, सो वी शेक हैंड्स एंड वी नो अ लिटिल स्मॉल लिटिल हग और जपी. नहीं करना मेरे बच्चों. इसी के डर के मारे वी डोंट वांट यू टू कम टू द स्कूल कि आपने तो फिर सुनना नहीं है. 3 लोग स्कूटर पे बैठ के आएंगे, फिर वो एक दूसरे के पास इतना क्लोज हो जाएंगे, तो डिस्टेंस कहाँ रह गया, कुछ नहीं रहा. इसीलिए वी वांट दैट यू ऑल शुड बी देयर एट होम. But yes, slowly, steadily, we're going to work that how we can reopen the school, and so that you could be there with us for some days at least in your grade 12. You might be having plenty of dreams. हम ऐसा करेंगे और हम ये भी करेंगे 12वीं क्लास में, और हमारा फाइनल ईयर है, हमारा लास्ट ईयर है. लास्ट ईयर के एनुअल फंक्शन में हमने ऐसे करना है, स्पोर्ट्स मीट में हमने अनाउंसमेंट करना है, मैंने लास्ट बार रेसेस में पार्टिसिपेट करना है. फिर सो मेनी ड्रीम्स यू हैड इन योर आईज. लेकिन जिंदगी से बढ़ के कोई ड्रीम नहीं होती है. और उस जिंदगी को बचाने के लिए we all sat at home and took the necessary precautions which were required. Directions by the government, direction by the Home Ministry, direction by the CBSE, and we have been following it. All right. So please make sure that come what may, we need to work very, very hard. Now coming to other points, if I talk about I was talking about self-regulation. Critical thinking is another skill which is there, and solving real-world problems is another 21st century which is required. Now, what is very, very important is to have a very positive attitude. दिन भर रोना नहीं है, परेशान नहीं होना, जिद नहीं करनी है, तंग नहीं करना मम्मी पापा को, होर में की करा, घर बह बह के मैं थक गया. Everybody is थक गया, you know. Parents भी थक गए. You have been moving out for the past 4-5 years. आप स्कूल आते थे for 6 hours. Maybe the senior children go after 4.5 hours or 5 hours. So they would come, so say 5 hours in all as such. And then you would go for your, in spite of our best efforts, you still felt tuition is everything, you would go for your tuitions, which I always feel that we can always do self-study. All right, you would go there. Then you would go to in the evening the friend, you would go for some exercising, you would go for some playing or something like that. And then you would never be at home for 24 hours. So when we are there together, थोड़ा differences हो जाते हैं, थोड़ा हमारी आपस में नोक झोंक भी हो जाती है, which wasn't there earlier. All right. So when all this is there, temperaments let loose होना, temperaments थोड़ी anger आ जाना, सब कुछ आएगा. ये होना नहीं चाहिए वाली बात नहीं है. It is happening, and we have to accept that it is happening. So still we have to keep a cool, and still we have to make sure we fight this COVID problems and issues. You have to understand that, now revision, everybody should be attending. Attend your class teachers period when we take the attendance early in the morning, and of course all the 3 attendances are required. And then go through all the textbooks which are there and read in between the lines. So बीच में जो लिखा रहता है, meaning जो होता है, the concept which is there is very, very important. Please make sure that those concepts are very, very clear to you. Yes. So the sample papers, please go through the sample papers, and kindly make sure that self-study आप ज़रूर करें. Set your targets for the day. School चलता है एक timetable से. Morning this class, then this class, and then this class. Your preparation and study should also be, there should be a timetable which you follow. There should be a routine which you follow. And eat well and go for exercises, please. When I say go for exercises, it's not that you mingle with people and children outside. You can always do some skipping at your home. बगैर एक्सरसाइज के your body, वो उसमें एनर्जी नहीं आएगी, फ्रेशनेस नहीं आएगा, आपका फूड डाइजेस्ट अच्छे से नहीं होगा. You can go for jogging at a place, you can go for some yoga exercises, you can go for skipping, you can go for walk if you've got a long house. फ्रंट डोर से लेकर पीछे तक जो गली कहते हैं आप पंजाबी च ਉਹਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਘੁੰਮੋ. if you're staying in a village and you have a bigger area and a bigger farm, so please make sure आप walking जरूर करिए. खुश रहेंगे तो सब कुछ अच्छा रहेगा, और खुश अपने आप नहीं होते. sometimes we really have to force. You will not find people who are going to encourage you. Shabash. All you have to do when your moods are low, take your right hand and put it at the back and say, शाबाश, आज मैं बहुत पढ़ाई कर ली, आज मैं ये भी काम कर लिया. So pat खुद ਨੂੰ अपने आप ਨੂੰ शाबाश दो और अपनी जिंदगी ਦੇ ਲਈ ਜ਼ਿੰਮੇਵਾਰ ਹੋ ਜਾਓ, और चल पढ़ो कि मैं इतना पढ़ना है कि मैं बहुत अच्छे नंबर लेके आने ने. और theory और practicals ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ pass होना ज़रूरी है. When I say practicals, in some cases we have it, in other cases it is the project which is required. So in all those projects you need to work hard. I'll be requesting all the teachers that if they could finish the project work soon, and so that we don't have to work much on those projects. Deep breathing is very important. Oxygen जो level body की oxygen है वो अच्छे higher level पे होनी चाहिए. It should not be that you feel weak. So in order to have this good oxygen level, you should be sitting near the window. धूप में ज़रूर बैठिए. Vitamin D मिलता है. कोई छत पे बैठो, किते खिड़की दे कोल बैठो, जिथे मर्जी बैठो, थोड़े उत्ते धुप आनी चाहिदी है. दिन भर घर च नहीं बैठना, ठंड बहुत ज़्यादा है, but try to find some sunlight and sit in the sunlight. धुप च बैठ के भी पढ़ाई कर सकते हो. You can do whatever you feel like. And then take care of yourself and take care of your parents, and be wonderful boys and girls. बेटा आप हमारी शान हो, आप हमारी आन हो, आप हमारे भविष्य हो. या आपकी दुनिया है कल वाली दुनिया, उस कल वाली दुनिया को आपने संभालना है। अच्छे वैल्यू सिस्टम्स होने चाहिए, सब कुछ होना चाहिए। इस वक्त मैं एक बात और कहूँगी, वी नो दैट आवर कंट्री इज गोइंग थ्रू सम चैलेंजेस एंड सम ऑफ आवर पेरेंट्स, पिंडा तो अपने कुछ पेरेंट्स शायद दिल्ली दी तरफ गए हों और थोड़े अपसेट होंगे ने, अपना अपना नज़रिया हर प्रॉब्लम का होंगे है। सो फॉर समबडी दिस प्रॉब्लम माइट बी लाइफ एंड डेथ, फॉर समबडी एल्स ये की कर रहे ने, ये भी गल हो सकती है। सो माय डियर बॉयज़ एंड गर्ल्स, if your parents have gone or your grandparents have gone, आप थोड़ा सा समझ में रखते हुए अपने 12वीं की पढ़ाई ज़रूर करिए। Do not be distracted, do not be disturbed. I cannot be silent on such an important issue which might be there for you. But थोड़ा ध्यान रखना है कि वो उसका भी solution कोई ना कोई निकलेगा. God is going to help. And ये जो पढ़ाई है ये आपने करनी है, इस पढ़ाई को भी ज़रूर कीजिए. Please keep that in mind. आप ड्रीम करिए और विजुलाइज करिए, विश करिए कि दिस इज़ व्हाट आई वांट टू डू एंड यू विल बी एबल टू डू इट। जो बड़ी बड़ी सक्सेस होती है वो आराम से नहीं आती है, उसमें मेहनत करनी पड़ती है। एंड दैट्स व्हाट आई एम रिक्वेस्टिंग यू, वर्क हार्ड टू गेट दैट सक्सेस सो दैट यू कैन एम्ब्रेस दैट सक्सेस। डिफ़िकल्ट होता है पर जो मुश्किल बातें होती हैं वही तो हमें ज़्यादा खुशी ला के देती है ना। सो कीप ऑल दीज थिंग्स इन योर माइंड। आपकी लिमिटेशंस, कोई लिमिटेशंस नहीं होती, सारी लिमिटेशंस हमारे दिमाग में होती हैं। मैं तो आ नहीं होना, मैं आ नहीं कर सकना, इस सारा कुछ दिमाग च सारे पेरेंट्स ਜਿਹੜੇ बैठे हुए ने, इफ दे हैव जॉइंड अस, then I would just like to request, ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਮੈਂ ਬੇਨਤੀ ਕਰਾਂਗੀ ਕਿ ਬੱਚੇ ਸਾਡੇ ਗੁੰਮਰਾਹ ਹੋ ਸਕਦੇ ਨੇ ਲੇਕਿਨ ਅਸੀਂ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦਾ ਸਾਥ ਦੇਣਾ ਹੈ। ਸਕੂਲ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਆਪਣੀ ਵਰਚੁਅਲ ਕਲਾਸਿਸ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਅਸੀਂ ਟੀਚਰਸ ਹਿਊਮਨ ਬੀਇੰਗਸ ਨੀਡ ਰਿਮਾਈਂਡਰ। ਬੱਚਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਬਾਰ-ਬਾਰ ਕਹਿਣਾ ਪੈਂਦਾ ਹੈਗਾ, ਆਪਾਂ ਕੰਪਿਊਟਰ ਤੇ ਇੱਕ ਵਾਰ ਲਿਖ ਦਈਏ ਉਹ ਆਖੇ ਲੱਗੀ ਜਾਂਦਾ ਹੈ, ਲੇਕਿਨ ਫॉर ਚਿਲਡਰਨ we need to make them understand। ਬਾਰ-ਬਾਰ ਬੱਚਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਕਹਿਣਾ ਪੈਂਦਾ ਹੈ, ਇਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਖਾਣ ਪੀਣ ਦਾ ਧਿਆਨ, ਇਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਸੌਣ ਦਾ, ਇਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ हर काम का ध्यान रखो। बच्चे आप बहुत छोटे बच्चे नहीं हो, आप 17 साल और 18 साल वाले बच्चे हो। आप अपनी कामयाबी की जिम्मेवारी खुद ले लीजिए और मेहनत करिए। ये 2 महीनों में इतनी मेहनत करिए कि पानी की तरह आपको सब कुछ याद हो जाए। आप बहुत बहुत ही अच्छे बच्चे हो। यू आर दोज लकी चिल्ड्रेन who have been blessed with good parents, good school, good teachers, everything good। कभी हम टीचर्स कुछ कह दें और आप अपसेट हो जाते हैं तो उतना बुरा ना माने। टू अर्र इज ह्यूमन, हमसे भी गलती हो जाती है, लेकिन एट द एंड ऑफ द डे हम आपको बहुत प्यार करते हैं। सो पेरेंट्स घर ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਧਿਆਨ ਰੱਖਣ ਇਹ ਅਖੀਰਲੇ 2 ਮਹੀਨਿਆਂ ਦਾ ਅਸੀਂ ਸਕੂल्स ਵਿੱਚ ਰੱਖਾਂਗੇ। अपने फ़ोन का इस्तेमाल और अपने लैपटॉप और डेस्कटॉप का इस्तेमाल पढ़ाई के लिए करिए। इतना उसको ना देखिए कि आँखों में प्रॉब्लम हो जाए। आँखों को पानी से हल्के हल्के से धो लीजिए, आँखों को अपनी रेस्ट भी दीजिए। स्लीप वेल और eat well and exercise well। This is the bottom line and a solution for all the challenges which you are facing। So जितनी ज़्यादा मेहनत करोगे उतनी ज़्यादा हमें कामयाबी मिलेगी और उतनी ज़्यादा हमें खुशी होगी। So with this, I would like to come to an end of my talk. The purpose of this talk is, coming closer to you. The purpose of this talk is, my dear boys and girls, to let you feel that you're not alone in this journey of COVID and doing your grade 12. The purpose is that the teachers are there with you, the school is there with you, the parents are there with you। कभी अपसेट हो जाएं, डिप्रेस हो जाएं तो बात करिए, बात हर चीज़ का सल्यूशन है। अपने आप नहीं रहना कि यू गो इनटू डिप्रेशन एंड डिप्रेशन एंड डिप्रेशन एंड डिप्रेशन एंड देन वन डे यू फील लाइक लाइफ इज यूजलेस एंड नॉट वर्थ लिविंग। ऐसा नहीं होना चाहिए। You talk to your teachers, friends, everybody. You can even talk to your principal when you feel like। I have no issues. I'm 24/7 principal for all my teachers, for all my students, for all the parents of these lovely students। So God bless you। Keep smiling, keep happy, be happy, and then keep working very hard. That's the spirit। So thank you so much। We can move ahead, and if you have some questions, you're welcome to ask, please।
Thank you, ma'am, for your valuable words. Ma'am, some students would like to share their thought learning experience. So, may I invite them, ma'am?
Yes, please go ahead।
Thank you, ma'am. Miss Gagan Preet, but please unmute yourself and share your experience.
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning, dear.
I want to share my experience on remote learning.
Okay.
My experience with the online classes have been extremely interesting, helpful, and knowledgeable. I believe that our school was among the few schools who took the initiative to start online classes within a week of the pandemic started. The online classes are quite fun to attend, and one didn't feel the absence of physical being. We can ask questions and interact in the same way we used to do in class. During my online classes, I have also got many opportunities to enhance my skills. I like the most is online competitions and activities, and I got first position in COVID-19 video making, which was organized by Pushpa Gujarat Science City. It was all great experience, and I have learned a lot. I have also seen the efforts teacher put into ensure that every student understands the concept clearly. All the PowerPoint presentations, study materials, videos sent by the teachers are so good and informative. It totally reflects the kind of hard work, time, and energy that all the teachers are putting in for preparing such interactive and informative lessons. These classes are fun, interactive, and more effective. We can reach out to the teachers at any point of time. Lastly, I would like to thank you, ma'am, for conducting these classes so that we can enrich and explore new things in our life. I would also like to thank our teachers for their kind of efforts to teach us religiously every day. As knowledge is something which never wastes, so through these online classes, I have also gained a lot of knowledge. Overall, my experience is quite good. Thank you, ma'am.
God bless you. Nice to hear your wonderful feedback for the remote learning classes. It was all for you and all of us. All teachers are great teachers who have been working very hard. God bless you, and we're so happy that you like these classes. Keep it up. Study a lot.
Thank you very much, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, Gagan. And now I would like to invite Miss Ferry. She's going to share her experience, remote learning experience. Yes, dear?
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning, dear.
Ma'am, I'm too going to share my experience of online remote learning.
Yes.
Ma'am, am I audible?
Yes, you are, dear.
Thank you, ma'am. While there is a learning curve in shifting to remote learning, I found that there are many clear advantages of online learning. We as students became more engaged and less distracted. In addition, we have learned many new online tools and have discovered many new applications. The webinars, the different online competitions have benefited us not only for our present but also for our future. This online learning have helped me to learn how to be independent, manage family time, and when we used to go to school, everything was going so smooth. But suddenly, when we came to know that there will be so much difference in ways of our studying, everyone was in panic. But the way our school has managed everything, we all are so glad and thankful to our respected principal, ma'am, and all our worthy and so much hardworking teachers. You have supported us so much. You have tried to you have tried so very hard to make our studies as flexible and easy as you can. This online learning has given me new and wonderful experience. Thank you very much, ma'am.
Thank you. God bless you. Nice you have shared this. Yes, our focus was that you learn plenty of tools. IT skills need to be honed. That was one of our, objectives also when we had all those competitions around. So very nice, very good. Keep it up.
Thank you, ma'am. Ma'am, there are some students, they wish to ask you some questions, ma'am.
Yes.
So I would like to invite Miss Himani. So yes, Miss Himani, beta, unmute yourself.
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning.
I want to ask you a question that if I want to be a principal like you, then what tips would you give me as a great leader?
Now, if you want to be a principal, it should be from your heart. If you want to be a leader, it should be from your heart. If your mother says that you need to be a principal, then sorry. If somebody else says you need to be a leader, then sorry. It's inborn, you know. If you really now when it coming to being a principal like me, I'm just an ordinary person and a very ordinary principal. There are wonderful leaders in this world. But leaders are wonderful when they're passionate. Leaders are wonderful when they lead from in between the team, when they are not far ahead of the team and moving, 10 steps ahead and everybody following. They are not the real leaders. Real leaders are the one who are part of the team and still the leaders. Actually, they are behind the team and they make the team move forward. So you need to be, the giving type of person. You need to be the tolerant type of person. You need to be aggressive also at times. You need to be firm also at times. You need to be well read. You need to be well informed. You need to be far sighted. You need to have all these qualities and skills. And all these qualities and skills come in children when you participate in various competitions and the activities which are conducted in a school. And then, if you're working with a passion, nobody can beat you in your leadership. If you're working with all the love and everything, nobody can beat you in your leadership or even as a principal. So I wish you all good luck and I pray that you be a leader par excellence wherever you go. And remember all that you have done in school and how we were so tolerant and how we were so patient and how we would, a pat here and a pat there and a firmness here and a firmness there, everything coupled together worked. So God bless you, wish you a great future. Keep working hard. You need
Thank
to
you
be
so much,
academics also. Yeah.
So now
ma'am.
I would thank you, ma'am. I would like to invite Miss Diksha.
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning.
Ma'am, I want to ask you a question that during this pandemic time, we are stressed and even our parents are stressed. We have pressure of our board results. So can you tell us some tips to reduce our stress?
Okay. But number one, which we have to remember is pandemic and no pandemic, both classes always create pressure. So that's normal, right? Second is now there's pandemic, so all the more pressure. But all the more pressure is not for you alone, it is for everybody. So then that is also all right. The third is how can you face this pressures, which is the most important one. You need to be very very positive in life. You need to say that I will do it. I can do it. If you tell positive assertions is one thing which I really really believe in my own self also. If I have to meet a challenge, I would say yes, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it very very well. I'm going to prepare very very well for it. All right. And then I'm going to come out in flying colors. If you keep telling your brain मुझसे नहीं होगा मैं कैसे करूँ मैं कभी नहीं कर सकती हूँ तो फिर तो नहीं होगा. So please positive assertions tell your brains yes I'm going to do it. Your brain does what you tell. All right. If you're a sadistic person आपका brain भी sad हो जाएगा पूरी body sad हो जाएगी. But if you start telling your brain मैंने करके दिखाना है मैंने सबको बता देना कि मेरे इतने percentage आएंगे I'm going to work very very hard. Number one, positive assertions are important. Every day morning when you get up, you say, this is my target today and this is what I'm going to achieve today. और मैं करके रहूंगी. Do that. Write some positive quotes on your wall, right in front of your table, on your cupboard, or on your door of the room, or wherever you feel like. आते जाते उसको पढ़िए. These are the positive things I'm sure which are going to help. That's one way. And then talk to your own self. अपने आप से बात करने का वक्त निकालें. You should talk to your own self and say, hey, this is where I went wrong. And if I had done like this, I'm sure I would have succeeded or I would have got more marks than what I've got marks now. So talking to your own self, fixing up things which have not gone well and planning for things which you still have to do is one way of getting out of that depression. Depression वैसे तब होता है जब जब हमारे पास काम नहीं होता, हम फ्री होते हैं, जब हमारी रूटीन नहीं होती, when we don't make a schedule, only then you are depressed. If your hands are full with work, you don't have time to get depressed. You just have to say, I have to do this chapter, after this chapter I have to do this, I have to do that. You won't know what depression is all about. But yes, we are all human beings. हम सब पे सब चीज़ों का असर होता है, लेकिन we have to get out of this mess. Whatever mess, whatever problems which are there in front of us, your problems, you are the solution. Nobody else is the solution. I can just talk to you, I can just guide you, but you have to get out of it. You could be your own friend. You can write down your thoughts on a diary and say, you're right, this is what I'm feeling, and then this is what I propose to do. लिख लीजिए उसको, पढ़ लीजिए, पढ़िए 2-3 बार. Write down the favorite quotes, and then please work on what you have written. अपने से बात करिए, अपनी प्रॉब्लम अपने आप से डिस्कस करिए, and then come out of it. Because people don't have time for everybody else. कुछ लोग मदद करेंगे, सब नहीं करेंगे. If people are not going to help us, we better help our own selves. All right? But then all of us are here, your teachers are there, I am there. This talking, the purpose of this talking is दिल में जो बात हो निकल जाए, परेशान ना हो. सारी दुनिया में ऐसा चल रहा है, कोई 10% परेशान है, कोई 5% परेशान है, कोई 20% परेशान है. Everybody is a little worked up, so it's all right. एक तो ये बड़ा सुलेस है कि सबके साथ हो रहा है, कोई बात नहीं, हम सब निकल जाएंगे. So that is the spirit. We are in this together and we are going to come out of this together. This is what people say for COVID-19. So relax. All right? कभी मम्मी की बात सुनिए, पापा की बात सुनिए, कभी अपनी बात उनको सुनाइए और मिलजुल के ये वक्त को पास कीजिए. That's what I would recommend. Okay? Thank you and take care.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. And now I would like to call Master Afzal.
Good morning. How are you, son?
I'm fine. What about you?
Please speak. I think your voice is cracking or something like. थोड़ा आवाज ठीक नहीं है बच्चे, बोलिए.
My question is, will the COVID-19 situation affect opportunities for the student for future?
Beta, actually, I could not understand your question because thoda आवाज आपकी, it wasn't clear. If you write in the chat window, I'll read it and then maybe I'll be able to answer. If you want, you can write down in the meantime, somebody else can.
Ma'am, may I, ma'am? May I
Yes,
read the
please.
question, ma'am?
Yes, beta.
He's asking, will the COVID-19 situation affect job opportunities for the students for future?
No, no. Rather, I feel there'll be more opportunities. We'll be needing more psychiatrists. All right, we'll be needing more counselors. We'll be needing more pharmaceutical people working in the pharmaceutical company. We'll be needing more scientists to find solutions to all these problems and issues. It will not affect the jobs, but it will affect the way we work. See, it did not affect our teaching, but it affected the way we were studied. ऐसे ही jobs तो affect नहीं होंगे, लेकिन how we do these jobs, that would be different. Schooling का style फर्क हो गया, but learning is still going on. People would be working from their houses as such, if not in the offices. These big firms which are there, वो सब उतने नहीं चलेंगे जितना कि घर से बैठ के काम होगा. All these public transport system, उसमें भी फर्क आएगा. Things would change. But if you say job opportunities would be less, then I don't, it's my personal opinion, but I don't have any scientific reasons. I haven't seen any data right now to justify what I'm saying. This is my small little thought and vision that jobs are going to increase. The type of jobs which we expect in 20th century, 21st century would be there. Everybody should know the IT skills. And people, the creatives would be many more in number as such. And what are these creatives? And what are these creatives? People who would be good entertainers. Animation videos बहुत चाहिए होंगे लोगों को, so that career is going to go for a rise. People who sing and dance, लोग इतना अपने घर में काम करेंगे कि लोग उनको real people performance भी चाहिए होगा, though they'll keep at a distance. So the careers when it comes to singing, dancing and painting and all this, they are going to go for a rise because that entertainment would be required. हो सकता है हम ऐसे मीटिंग्स पब्लिकली भी फॉर सम टाइम मे नॉट बी पॉसिबल, बट दीज आर द करियर्स विच मे एक्चुअली गो फॉर अ राइज. स्किल्स जो होती हैं, फॉर एग्जांपल, you know, skills like a career which is going to really come into force is taking care of the children and the senior citizens, geriatrics as they call it. पर्सनल हेल्थ और पर्सनल केयर के लिए अटेंडीज बहुत चाहिए होंगे बिकॉज मेजॉरिटी ऑफ द वर्ल्ड इज एजिंग. उनके पर्सनल हेल्प के लिए लोग चाहिए होंगे, उनका पर्सनल अकाउंट्स बनाने के लिए लोग चाहिए. अकाउंट्स मीन्स दे हैव द मनी, द गवर्नमेंट इज गिविंग देम सम मनी, स्पेशली इन डिफरेंट कंट्रीज, वो कैसे स्पेंड करना है वो लोग चाहिए. Nurses and assistants will be required more. All right, so some careers are really going to go higher. Then infrastructure जो होता है, you know, so many people don't have houses तो हमेशा ही बनाने होंगे. So the career in architecture, career in planning, career in making the infrastructure, वो they are going to increase. वो सब तो बढ़ेंगे, तो अपने को jobs की चिंता नहीं करनी चाहिए. Everybody will have a job, not to worry about it. Okay, but you should have the right skill. What is required for 21st century? Google now says that I don't care for a qualification. आपने 10वीं पास की, 12वीं की है, graduation की, post graduation की. If you can do this problem and solve this problem, we employ you. That is the type of skills which are required. Skill will be more focused than the qualification. So you have to understand that. Okay, so keep working hard. You're good at your photography, if I'm not wrong. I'm sure you'll be a great one when you grow up. Keep working hard.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. Now I would like to invite Master Nikhil.
Okay.
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning, Nikhil.
Ma'am, can you please share your some childhood memories with us?
Oh my God. You know what? I was one of the naughty students of my school. I was also the head girl, of course, of St. Joseph's Convent, Bhopal, from where I did my schoolings. But we were very naughty, you know. Um, we were actually very naughty. It was a girls' convent. So amongst the girls, I think I was pretty naughty. And I was like any other girl and any other student. As you all want to be naughty, you know, you want to run around, you want to shout a little bit, you want to squeal a little bit, you want to laugh a little bit, you want to just kick a ball like that. I also liked everything. You all sometimes trouble teachers, even I trouble teachers. Everybody did it. We would crack jokes. That's so normal for a young boy or a girl. We would do all these things. We would do everything which was there, which you all do now. Even I was doing the same thing. I loved playing a lot. I was a national level hockey player in grade 9th. I went for nationals, hockey nationals. And I also represented my state. I was in Madhya Pradesh and St. Joseph's Convent, Bhopal. So I represented the state and went for the Republic Day parade. So that's a wonderful memory which I have. And then other memories are, you know, Jaya Bachchan is from our own school from Bhopal, and she went for, after her 12th class, she went for the School of Dance and drama or something, acting school in Delhi. And she came to visit the school and we saw her. And then the entire school went for her first movie, Goody, which I always remember a lot. And then I remember my sports day. It was so fun, so much of fun participating in the sports event. So these are some of the memories. And the very naughty one I'm not sharing, where we were up to some mischiefs. I'm not sharing that. I'm trying to share the good ones, which is so very normal. But we all have some secrets, right? Being very naughty. But that's nice. And thank you for taking me back to my St. Joseph's Convent School in Bhopal. Thank you. My name is there over there as a head girl, so I just love it. And it is long, long time back. Yes.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. So now I would like to invite Master Bhavuk.
So it's nearly 1 hour. We try to wind up with a few more questions, okay?
Right, ma'am. Right, ma'am.
And at random, somebody can ask me, not prepared question, ऐसे भी कुछ पूछना हो तो पूछ सकते हैं. Anything you feel like, anything which is bothering anybody can be asked. Yes, you can raise your hand and ask.
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning.
Ma'am, I want to ask you a question. That
Yes.
what do you want to say about your journey as a principal, and what type of challenges you face in your life?
Bhavuk, I just love to be a principal. I just love teaching. And once I joined teaching, I just worked for 5 years. I was teaching physics to grade 11 and 12 and ninth and 10th also initially, and then only 11th and 12th. I was working in a local school in Jalandhar in MGN Public School, Adarsh Nagar. And the target was that I need to be a principal now because always into leadership right from my childhood. I would take the children around my house for picnics. I would teach them. I just love children, so teaching is one profession which I always thought of. And moreover, actually, again down the memory lane, I wanted to be a scientist and go to Bangalore, but my father said, "Kudiyan nahi jandiyan uthe ki karan jana hai," types of things. I felt very bad. I said, "Okay, all right." And then teaching was my love always. I did B.Ed, topped the university, got a gold medal over there, and then I went for teaching, got married, came to Punjab and taught for 5 years. And after 5 years, decided that now I want to get into leadership. So I joined the Students' Union at the college level, so that leadership skills or might be some qualities were there. And then I wanted to be the principal because I felt there were so many things I wanted to do for the children. And as a teacher, you really cannot implement everything which comes in your head and heart. But as a principal, you can definitely take everybody along with you and do wonders for the children who are there in the school. And it has been a beautiful journey as a principal because I got the best of the best team which I could ever think of. We have leaders in school, but the leaders of the classroom are the teachers. So dedicated, so helpful, and we would sit together and plan out. Been in the school since the inception, the founder principal for good 13 years. I've been here and now a little more, nearly 14 years. I've completed in the school, and with wonderful change agents and the teachers, as we call it, we could do everything. A school in a village which caters for 65 villages, students coming from 65 villages and the neighborhood and from Phagwara city, became a British Council school, an ISA awardee school, became a Microsoft school, has some Wi-Fi classes, have teachers who are empowered, who have done n number of courses, Microsoft courses. All this happened. All right. And so when I look back, I'm very, very happy and satisfied as a leader of the school, as a mother of the school. Whatever I had in my heart, we could actually implement most of it. Developing a culture of the school where academics, sports, performances, everything was given equal importance. Where mass participation was there, where every child was given an opportunity to participate. That's what is a school. And I'm thankful to Lord for giving that wisdom that right things could happen, giving every opportunity to every child to participate in the intra-class, inter-school, and various other activities. Very happy when we got the ATL because here the children are tinkering and they are ideating and they are even finding solutions to challenges, and the coding club which we have, and then these remote learning classes, everything has been so good. So I look back and all I do always is that, oh God, this could never have been happened had we not had wonderful children like you all. If we did not have teachers who were so dedicated and passionate, we wouldn't have been able to do it. So keeping all these things in mind is one thing which I feel very, very happy and satisfied. So God be with all of you. Remember to do your job very, very sincerely, and God blesses you with the best of the best things. So thank you so much for this wonderful question. I could really share so much which was there in my heart with all of you. Thank you for being great students, and thank you to my teachers, all the teachers who are teaching you, they're fabulous, they're great. Thanks to them. It's a team which matters in the long run. You don't have lone winners in life. You have winning teams, and our school has a winning team of students and teachers. Thank you.
That's the end of today's wonderful session, ma'am. So I would like to invite Miss Jasleen for some words of gratitude.
Okay, all right.
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning, darling. Yes, please. Go ahead, Jasleen.
Yes, Jasleen.
Sorry, ma'am, there was some disturbance. Ma'am, may I?
Yes, please.
Ma'am, words cannot begin to describe how thankful we are for the work you do as a school principal. Thank you for setting high expectations for us. As a principal, you have shaped the conditions for our teachers and students to learn and succeed. This is a very crucial time for us. We all are preparing for our exams, so your motivation was much needed to make us enthusiastic regarding our boards. We are forever grateful for your impact on the school. Please keep up the great work. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you so much, Jasleen. God bless you. God bless the head girl. God bless the class teachers. God bless the students. ਔਰ ਪੇਰੈਂਟਸ ਨੂੰ ਵੀ ਪਿਆਰ ਭਰਿਆ ਧੰਨਵਾਦ ਤੇ ਥੈਂਕ ਯੂ ਸੋ ਮਚ ਪੇਰੈਂਟਸ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਜੁਆਇਨ ਕੀਤਾ ਮਿਲ ਜੁਲ ਕੇ ਆਪਾਂ ਇਹ ਵਕਤ ਕੱਟ ਲੈਣਾ ਹੈ ਤੇ ਬੱਚਿਆਂ ਦੀ ਮਦਦ ਕਰਨੀ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਬੱਚੇ ਚੰਗਾ ਪਰਫਾਰਮ ਕਰਨ ਥੈਂਕ ਯੂ ਸੋ ਮਚ ਥੈਂਕ ਯੂ
Thanks a lot, ma'am, for your valuable words, ma'am. It means a lot to us, ma'am. And I hope and we wish that students are surely going to take many good words from the wonderful experiences you have shared with us, ma'am. Thanks a lot, ma'am.
थैंक यू एंड बाय बाय गॉड ब्लेस बाय बाय
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you so much, ma'am.